The women expected to appear in 50 Cent's rumored documentary about T.I. have recently come forward again with new testimony, and the details they are sharing are deeply unsettling. Beyond what may eventually appear in the documentary, these accounts include allegations that could seriously impact T.I.'s reputation if they reach a wider audience. What initially looked like a normal rap rivalry has now turned into something much bigger, something involving accusations, legal history, and the possibility of documentary that could reshape the public conversation. To understand how this situation reached this level, we need to go back to the moment everything first exploded publicly. In early 2021, a woman named Sabrina Peterson posted a message on social media that immediately caught the attention of the hip-hop world. Peterson, who had once been close with T.I. and his wife Tiny Harris, accused the rapper of threatening her during an incident that allegedly happened years earlier. According to Peterson, the confrontation happened during an argument in 2009. She claimed that T.I. held a gun to her head and threatened her life. When she shared the story on Instagram, the post spread rapidly across social media platforms and entertainment blogs. But what happened after that post is what truly changed the situation. Within a short period of time, other individuals began stepping forward. Several women claimed they had experienced uncomfortable or disturbing situations involving T.I. and Tiny. Some share their stories publicly, while others reportedly contacted attorneys and investigators privately. Attorney Tyrone Blackburn later stated that he had been contacted by more than 30 women and one man who described encounters involving the couple. According to Blackburn, many of the accounts followed a similar pattern. In interviews with the media, he explained that some individuals claimed they were offered drinks or substances that left them feeling disoriented or unable to fully understand what was happening around them. The attorney said he believed the similarities between the accounts were significant enough to deserve further investigation. Blackburn also stated that he reached out to law enforcement agencies in both Georgia and California. He urged authorities to review the claims and determine whether criminal investigations should be opened. The scale of the allegations shocked many people in the entertainment industry. Some of the stories described incidents that allegedly took place over more than a decade. According to the statements shared publicly, the alleged events happened in a variety of locations including nightclubs, private homes, hotel rooms, and even tour buses. Some accounts described encounters directly involving the couple, while other claims mentioned individuals who were said to be connected to their social circle. Sabrina Peterson later told reporters that she was overwhelmed by the number of messages she received after her original post went viral. She said she expected backlash and responses, but she never imagined that so many women would reach out with stories of their own. Peterson explained that she had always known the couple enjoyed a party lifestyle that involved many guests and friends. However, she claimed she never realized the stories would include accusations as serious as drugging or coercion. One of the individuals who later came forward publicly was a military veteran who filed a civil lawsuit describing an alleged incident that took place in Los Angeles. According to the lawsuit, the woman met T.I. and Tiny in the VIP section of a nightclub. The complaint stated that she was offered a drink during the evening and later began to feel extremely dizzy and disoriented. She claimed that after consuming the beverage, she lost awareness and was taken to a hotel room where she said the situation escalated. Her attorneys explained that she was serving in the United States Air Force at the time and was in her early 20s. The lawsuit described how she allegedly passed out after drinking something provided during the evening. Another accuser later filed a report with authorities in Las Vegas. She claimed she was pressured into traveling and participating in situations she did not want to be part of. According to her statements, the experience had a lasting emotional impact on her life. The attorney representing several of the accusers later summarized the testimonies in letters sent to authorities. According to his statements, the accounts described years of disturbing behavior involving manipulation, pressure, and intimidation of women across different parts of the country. However, from the very beginning, T.I. and Tiny have strongly denied every accusation. During the height of the controversy, T.I. posted a video addressing the allegations directly. In the video, he insisted that any relationships he and his wife were involved in always included consenting adults. He firmly rejected the claims of drugging, trafficking, coercion, or assault. According to T.I., the accusations did not reflect the truth of their lifestyle or behavior. For a period of time, the story slowly faded from the headlines. Although investigations were mentioned in news reports, there were few major updates that kept the situation in the public spotlight. As months passed, the controversy gradually moved to the background of entertainment media. That quiet period lasted until 50 Cent unexpectedly brought the issue back into public conversation. The conflict between the two rappers originally began as something far less serious, a typical hip-hop rivalry focused on music and competition. T.I. had publicly challenged 50 Cent to participate in a versus battle. The versus format allows two artists to face each other in a live performance event where they play their biggest hits and fans decide who had the stronger catalog. T.I. suggested that the idea had already been discussed privately and implied that 50 Cent had previously shown interest. However, when the challenge became public, 50 Cent denied agreeing to it and mocked the proposal online. Rather than responding with music, 50 Cent turned to the strategy that has defined many of his feuds over the years: social media trolling. He posted jokes, memes, and sarcastic comments targeting T.I. Some of those posts included remarks about T.I.'s family. One particular post featured an unflattering image of Tiny Harris along with a caption warning T.I. to keep his name out of the conversation. That moment instantly escalated the rivalry. Once family members became part of the feud, the situation quickly grew more personal. Members of the Harris family began responding online, defending Tiny and pushing back against the insults. As the online exchanges grew more intense, rumors began spreading about a potential documentary project. Reports circulating online suggested that 50 Cent might be developing a documentary that would revisit the allegations made against T.I. and Tiny. Some reports even suggested a possible title for the project, claiming it could focus on the stories of the women who came forward years earlier. Although the documentary has not been officially confirmed, 50 Cent hinted at the possibility through a cryptic social media post. In that post, he referenced how quiet he had been before releasing another controversial documentary about a major music industry figure. That comment caught attention immediately because 50 Cent has recently expanded his career into documentary production and true crime storytelling. Fans quickly began speculating that he might be preparing another project that would bring old controversies back into the spotlight. The timing of the rumors also raised questions. At the same time these discussions were happening, T.I. was promoting what he described as his final studio album titled Kill the King. The album was intended to mark the end of his recording career and celebrate his legacy in hip-hop. If a documentary revisiting serious allegations were released during that period, it could dramatically shift the public conversation surrounding his retirement. T.I. responded to the rumors by accusing 50 Cent of trying to stay relevant by stirring up controversy. He suggested that if 50 wanted competition, they should settle their rivalry through music rather than documentaries. But the online feud continued to escalate. Diss tracks began appearing, with T.I. releasing multiple songs directed at 50 Cent. Members of his family also became involved, posting messages defending their parents and criticizing the New York rapper. As the drama continued, many observers began revisiting what actually happened with the legal cases connected to the allegations. Investigations were opened in the past, but several incidents reportedly could not move forward because they occurred outside the statute of limitations. In other words, too much time had passed for criminal charges to be filed. Civil lawsuits connected to some accusations were also dismissed due to procedural issues in court. Because of those outcomes, no criminal charges have been filed against T.I. or Tiny related to these allegations. Their legal representatives have consistently maintained that the accusations are false. In public statements, their attorneys argued that the claims were part of an attempt to damage the couple's reputation and pressure them into financial settlements. Despite the legal outcomes, the controversy still affected their careers. At one point, a reality television series featuring T.I. and Tiny was canceled while the allegations were dominating headlines. The public scrutiny surrounding the accusations had a visible impact on their professional projects and public image. Now, the possibility of a documentary threatens to reopen the entire conversation. If a project exploring the allegations were released, it could introduce the story to millions of viewers who never followed the original reports when they first surfaced. Supporters of the idea argue that the women who shared their experiences deserve the opportunity to tell their stories to a larger audience. Critics argue that revisiting allegations that did not lead to criminal charges could raise serious legal and ethical concerns. For now, everything remains uncertain. The rumored documentary has not been officially announced, and both sides continue defending their positions publicly. But one thing is clear. What started as a simple rap feud between two major artists has evolved into something far more complicated. The situation now sits at the intersection of music rivalry, legal controversy, and media influence. If 50 Cent ultimately decides to move forward with the documentary, the conversation surrounding T.I. and Tiny could once again dominate headlines. And if that happens, the allegations that first surfaced years ago may return to the center of public debate, this time reaching a much larger audience than ever before. Whether the documentary becomes reality or not, the controversy has already reignited attention on a story that many people believed had faded away. And in today's media environment, where documentaries and streaming platforms can reshape public opinion almost overnight, the possibility alone is enough to ensure that this story is far from over. Because at this point, the feud is no longer just about music, pride, or social media arguments. It has become something much bigger, a battle over narratives, reputations, and the power of media to influence how history remembers the people at the center of it all. And until the rumors about that documentary are finally confirmed or denied, the tension surrounding this story will likely continue growing.